Okay guys, so how we're gonna see which part of our brain that transfer the signal to the next mind tracker device. Let's see. So this is our visual cortex. uh, you can see that our brain has some cortex. Okay, auditory, olfactory, vestibular, somatosensory, gustatory, and visual cortex is located behind our brain. I mean, at the back of our head. So this is the place where the next mind tracker is located. I mean, put at the back of our head. Mhm. Uh-huh. So yep, that is basically how it goes. And I think so far that you have seen in the previous video about how it works. Okay. Yep. Again, she just killed the alien using her mind without moving anything of your body. So yep, that's the power of mind tracker. What do you think? So let's go to the next tracking, which is okay, this one. So after eye tracking and then hand gesture, also mind tracking. Okay, we have face tracking and lip tracking, guys. So after our mind tracking and then eye tracking, head tracking, the next is this one, which is face tracking and lip tracking. So it still use 5, I mean HTC 5 accessories, but it use facial tracker. So this thing is put in front of our face to detect our face movement and also our lip movement. So let's see how it goes. tracking and lip tracking. And I have checked that this facial tracker also can deal with other type of headset, not only HTC 5 but also Quest 2, which is Oculus Quest 2, and also Oculus Rift S. So that's pretty good and worth it to buy. Okay, so the next after head tracking, mind tracking, eye tracking, and face tracking, we have the last, which is full body tracking. This is awesome. Like 5 tracker can track all our body, like our elbow, our hips, our legs. So it's very possible to have the whole of your body in VR track. So this is the device, the 5 tracker. So you have to buy more than 3 5 trackers if you want to put it on your knee, on your elbow. So it depends how many body parts that you want to track. So let's see how it's gonna be applied. So you can see that this guy wear like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 trackers. So you can also add here 5 and 6. So I think minimum is 4 and the maximum is 7 here. Also 1 in your hip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 on your feet, 2 on your legs, 2 on your elbow, and 1 on your hip. So this costs like quite expensive, more than $300 USD, and it has 7 trackers, but for sure it tracks all your body, which is like full body, so it can move in a precise accuracy. I think you'll be like a robot. So let's see how it goes. So this guy is being this avatar with this full this is how you will wear it, guys. You have to wear socks and put a strap and put a tracker. depends on you which one it is more comfortable for you, and where the tracker to decide to make it more precise tracking. So you can wear a strap and then put the one tracker here. For the body tracker and facial tracker, the headset, and even the keypad device, I mean the hand tracker. That's too bad that he doesn't have the eye tracking. Yep, if he has the eye tracking, it can track his eyes as well, and mind tracker, of course. But if it's mind tracker, he doesn't need all of the trackers. So yeah, it's fine. So yeah, guys, that's about the full body tracking. But I think you must be wondering how the VR headset like HTC Vive or Oculus track our head, our face, our body. So how does it work? So let's see and watch this video. How does VR headset tracks our motion? sub-millimeter precision, which is very precise, guys. They track the millimeter of your position, okay, in most environment. So now you can also use wireless power efficiency, and you can just connect with, I think, Wi-Fi for Oculus Quest. So it's very powerful as it detects all the corners of our environment, our hand tracker. So basically the sensors that use and the camera in the VR headset are the one who tracks our motion. So yeah, basically for the motion tracking, for the eyes, face, lip, hand, tongue, even full body tracking is the one which do the track for making the brain believe it is in another place, is to track movements of those parts of body and also update the rendered scene without any lag. So the motion tracking will be successful if there is no delay between our movement and also what we see on our headset in VR. So if there is any movement, for sure we know it's not real, it's not happening. But because there is no delay, no differences, so we believe that we are in VR. So the delay between action and reaction, it's called latency. Alright, so having low latency is very crucial for VR headset as we move our head, so the HMD should result the changes immediately. So any delay we will know that is not real, and of course our brain knows. That's why we will lose presence in VR. So the lag should be less than 20 milliseconds for tracking the brain, and maximum is 30 milliseconds for Google Cardboard. For less than 20 milliseconds is done by Oculus, HTC Vive, which are 6DOF VR headsets. So the next part of VR headset is 3D audio. Okay, after the tracking, the lens, the display, the tracking, so we are coming to the 3D audio. So what is 3D audio actually? It pulls sound from the source itself, like speakers and headphones. It plays the sound that matches the location of the 3D object. So if you are familiar with the surround sound speaker or stereo, it is like this, right? It has all the speakers and they just produce the sound from their own speaker. But 3D audio, it's 360 degree, okay, so it is going everywhere. So it's not limited by the speaker, okay, so it's going 360 of our place. Then what is actually the 3D audio? It's actually use binaural audio. Okay, what is binaural audio? Binaural audio is the sounds that come from all directions, whether it is above, below, behind, far, or in front. So the sound waves hit each ear at different times and at different volumes. So with that information, your brain can calculate the origin of the noise. So it will come from all directions, guys, above, top, below, down, far, in front, and it will hit each ear at different times and at different volumes. So therefore we know, oh, this is comes from this side, it comes from the left side, comes from the right side. So yep, there's the power of binaural audio. So binaural audio is used in 360 video, of course. So if you listen to 360 video, for sure you know that specific sound will come when you points your video to specific angle. Alright, and also of course virtual reality. Why it used in VR? Because it brings immersion. We hear the sound of the bird when we points or when we come to the birds. I mean when we point our mouse to the bird. But when we are far away from the bird, we don't hear the sound of the bird anymore. So that is the power of binaural audio or 3D audio. Alright, so yep, to sum up, the Oculus Rift is basically are containing of all these parts: the lens, the HMD itself, look how it bakes, and the connection interface, the motion tracking with the chip, okay, here, LCD screen, the eyesight correction, the lens. So there are many parts. Well, of course. And this is the other part that you can see. It comes from the cover, circuit board, HD display, and foam padding. Okay, and this is looks very this one we don't see it in here, but of course these two are complementing each other. Okay, and yep, so if you know that Lenovo comes with a mixed reality headset which has two front cameras, here and here, and the Oculus Quest, the newest Oculus product, has 4 cameras in the corner, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And Oculus Rift, as the one that we have in our lab, has 5 cameras, guys. 1, 2, 3, and here are 2 cameras, so the total are 5. Well, seems like VR headsets is like our smartphone. It have 4 cameras. But this one not for taking selfie, but for our sensors. Okay, next. So the properties of trackers or the tracking in VR headset are this. Okay, so for you to choose the right device, please choose at least the device with frame rate minimum 60 frames per second. This is achieved by Google Cardboard. For Oculus and HTC Vive, it can be 90 frames per second or even 120 frames per second. So the faster is the better. Alright, and the latency, the one that I told you before, is time delay between action and result. Minimum 30 millimeters per second, but maximum can be less than 20 millimeters per second. And the accuracy difference between objects' actual 3D position and the recorded measurement. Higher the distance, the lower accuracy. The resolution, how accurate is the resolution. The range, the drift, steady increase in tracker error with time, and the jitter. Change in tracker output when the track object is stationary or not moving. Yep, so all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are the 5 things that contribute to our tracking with VR headset. And the next is about this how these input devices connect with the output devices in VR hardware. So basically this is a VR engine, okay, and it consists of input devices which are the trackers, navigation, gesture interface here, okay, and this input will go back to VR engine, which also come from the software and database. So after input, they will come out with the output, which is like graphic, 3D sound, haptic display to user. So user will see like just now the virtual environment or our own avatar or the sound. We can listen to the sound or we can smell things. So or we can feel that our body is kicked by using haptic display or our body is being um, punched. So that is the output, guys. So yeah, that's about the connection or the relation between input output devices and our user and the VR engine and also software and database in VR. So I think that's all for today's lecture. Thank you so much for watching part 2 and part 3. So we are coming to the end. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment box below. And don't forget to answer the questions, guys. I hope you guys have a nice day and see you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.